Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan Tate are complete losers. And you can say, well, you're a loser. Look at how you sleep on the floor. On a mattress on the floor. You're a loser. Well, sure, you can say that. I'm a loser. I work hard. I've raised my family. I've raised my kids on my own. Both of my kids are, yeah, they're just starting out. I think they're doing pretty solid. They're not getting into trouble. They both graduated high school. They both have driver's licenses. They both have jobs. They're doing as best as they can to try to save in this horrific economy that we're in for the blue collar people like ourselves. Now you can say, "Oh, you're a loser. You're a loser," and I've actually had people say like disparage me because I'm still in a 9 to 5, and it's kind of like, dude, you like. And my response was like, we don't start out the same place, man. Like, some people have it better than others. Some people were raised in good family situations other than other people. You know, it's absolutely ridiculous. So, like, like, you can say I'm a loser, and that's fine. Yes, I'm a loser. I have debt. I do have assets. But I live in a shitty apartment. I work a 9 to 5. You know, I don't have a girlfriend. I don't have a wife. You can say I'm a loser, but I've had my kids. I've had a wife. I've had plenty of women in my that's been in my life. And it's like at this point, I'm kind of like, I do want to strive to excellence, and I do plan to. It's kind of like the last hurdle for myself, to get everything together. This is something I've always been on the cusp of almost getting everything together, but just like I think this is the last stretch for me to get everything together. My body, my finances, social life, all that crap. Okay. Then you look at so I just described me. Now you look at Andrew Tate. Oh man, he's got beautiful women all around. He's got the high status. Dude's a kickbox champion of the world. Well, maybe a couple-time kickbox champion of the world. Dude is millionaire, completely loaded. Always bragging about how loaded he is. You know, has connections for sure. Definitely. People, oh, you're the loser. I'm a loser. Well, this is why I say he's a loser. Well, listen, him and I know at least him. I'm not sure if his brother, but it's just like he was deleted off of all these sites, just like Alex Jones was. You know, like destroying his freedom of speech. But he blocked me on his platform on X from my free speech. So like, how am I supposed to defend somebody's free speech if they're limiting my free speech? Do you know what I mean? So, like, he's got like 10 million followers. His brother has 3 million followers. And I have 13,000. Like, I'm a literally nobody. I have 150, not 150. I got 1,500 followers on here. I am a nobody. Like, why does he care what I say or what I think? Either one of them. Tristan just blocked me today. The whole thing with why Andrew blocked me, and I might have said this in a different video, is basically he was saying that he deserves a woman with a 3 or less body count. And I'm basically like saying, why? You're a slut maker. You have a huge body count just like me. Like, who are you to deserve any type of purity? Just like me, I don't deserve purity. I deserve a woman if I was to have a woman with a high body count, because I got a high body count. Who am I to say anything? As long as she's like, for me, it's like as long as she's like not with anybody else, you better just be mine. But like, it would be different if it's on camera. Like, I don't know if I could. If she was on camera doing that, she better be like Sophia Rain, like have a ton of money, for me to even like think about like, You better be providing something to my life other than whatever you're going to provide. Like you need to provide like uplifting my status or having a ton of money. Like if that's the route you take, because I'm done with broke women. I'm sorry, I'm done. I'm not gonna try. It's one thing if a woman is like turning her life around and like she's working hard, but like I'm not gonna deal with any of these charity cases anymore at all. I don't care how good they, especially like if they're good looking. I don't want a really good looking woman in my life. I think it's just too much of a stress. Like I can't entertain her enough, or I can't be good enough for her. She's gonna try to like replace me at any time. I just don't want to deal with that. It's a headache. But like when it comes to Andrew Tate, him and his brother got rich because they had a can business, but what they were doing is deceiving their customers. The customers thought that like the girls were texting him, but no, it was Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan Tate sending them sexual natured text. So they were deceiving them. And then what do? It's the same thing as like the whole New World Order, like the globalist agenda. It's problem, reaction, solution. So like you create the problem, and then there's a reaction, then you have the solution. So like that's what their blueprint pretty much is. Like they created the problem, and now they're all like, oh, you should be like stoic, and you shouldn't be like. It's just ridiculous. They're basically just actors deceiving the youth for their money with their academy. That's what they're basically doing. Something they say, I'm like, okay, cool. Like, yeah, I definitely agree with what you're saying. But these people are fraudsters. These people, they just want power, money, and status. They don't care about helping anybody else out. That's what it is. It's like they say they are, but they don't care. At the end of that's why they put on this like this lifestyle. Like they're in a castle and they have these whatever Bugattis or whatever, because they know it appeals to the youth. The youth are usually materialistic, and usually when you get to be older, like myself, materials don't matter as much. If materials still matter to you, like, oh, I need to have this name brand to impress everybody, and you're old like me, like you are highly immature. You have a lot of growing up to do, and there's a lot of boomers who are in this situation, who are probably realizing like their relationships are deteriorating, and they don't understand why they're deteriorating because they can't. I just think that it's just come to a point where it's like you can't just throw money at things. You know what I mean? You have to actually go in there and get your roll up your sleeves and actually do some work. You can't just like continue to throw money and think everything's gonna be okay. It's just not. It's not gonna be okay. So like the whole perception that they put on is to give them more stat. Like, and it's such a pyramid scheme. Like, what is it? You have to send out so many videos or some shit like that of him. You have to do that. I don't know if you have to, but like that's what a lot of these guys he's got a lot of them doing, and it's genius. Yeah, share my videos. Share my videos, you bitch. Pay me money to share me videos. Share my videos. He's a deceiver. That's all he is. He's a grifter. He's a fraud. He's a great actor. And I do want to fight him. I do want to fight him in the octagon. I do. Maybe one day. It ain't gonna be anytime soon. I would definitely have to get some status. Because the dude blocked me because he's too coward to even talk to some small person like me. It's pretty weak and pathetic. Like, seriously, how the hell are you gonna block a nobody like me? Seriously, because I challenged you, because I challenged what you're saying. You didn't like that. These people are that. That's why I say he's a loser. Like, and to top it off, he's sitting in his little princess castle, like a princess, like a fairy tale. He's got all these high maintenance women that are basically probably pretty much prostitutes, because if he was in my position, they wouldn't be around him. I guarantee you, if he was in my position right now, he would not. He would not. You know, he's probably a little bit more charismatic than me for sure. He's pretty charismatic. I'm not gonna. So he probably might be a little bit different with the women. Um, so it's just like but he wouldn't have what he has when it comes to like the looks in the women. And that's all he cares about. He doesn't care about like what else they bring to the table, the intellect or anything else. It's just pretty much, oh, you gotta look good on this. And it's like this whole mentality. Yeah, of course. Like if I had a girlfriend or wife, I want her to look. I'm looking at her. I want to be. I want. She doesn't have to always like be in her best or whatever. But it's like, yeah, I like to look at you. It's just something. You know what I mean? But there's got to be more than that. And why I call him a loser, all that being said, why I call him a loser is because he doesn't spend time with his kids. You know, he sits here and brags on camera that he doesn't spend time with his kids, just like what his dad did to him. He said that his dad would like be gone for 6 months at a time. You know, I get what you have to do to survive. I get that. I really do. Like, man, if you have to work 80 hours a week and you never see your kids, well, like, and you're just, and you're doing that because, like, you're trying to survive. But if you're rich and you're working like that and you don't spend time, like, what are you doing? Seriously. He's out here having kids. Who knows how many kids he's got? But he says he's got kids in different countries, and he's sitting in his little castle, not spending any time with them, not providing them any type of guidance, any type of an example. Something that he lacked when he was younger, something I lacked when I was younger. And then it's just like, and he brags about it. That's why I say he's a loser, because he doesn't have anything to do with his kids. Nothing. And he doesn't have to show it. But he said, unless he's lying, he brags about it. He don't care about him. He cares about himself. This guy is a complete narcissist. And yeah, we're all narcissists to some type of level. But this guy is like an extreme narcissist, man. Extreme narcissist. And I'm not lying. I will fight him in a cage. He probably will beat me. Like, you know, if he doesn't beat me in like 10 seconds, that's a loss for him. Because the dude's highly trained and I'm not. So, like, I'm not afraid. I'll fight him. But if I get past a certain point, he's going to lose that fight. Because even if he wins, even if he knocks me out, I lasted that long against him. I shouldn't have. He should have already knocked. Unless he's, like, playing and toying and all that. That's different. But the dude is a loser, man. I'm telling you. Like, the guy is a complete loser. And then if he ever did see this video or know what I'm about, he would definitely call me a loser. You know, oh, you ain't got a Bugatti. Like, oh, you're a brokey. Like, okay, man, cool. There's more to life than just like material possessions. Obviously, we need them. Obviously, but you don't need them to the extent that you need them. But like, especially not spending time with your kids, you're a deadbeat dad. You're a fucking loser, man. The biggest loser out here.